such a long time. It's political Mondays.
Is it?
Opponent.
Opponent. Tag team. You know, I'm here for us to tag team because this is a very enlightening discussion that we can get into. So
we've not been here for long,
I am so happy. This show is back.
Yeah. Political Mondays is back, Wafanas. We are live on www.Kgosi FM. We are live again on my Facebook page, Segongane, and then our YouTube page, the Kgosi on the live show. We are live. This emblem, yeah, that one, the same name. If you're watching us now, please comment, like, subscribe, and share the video with us and tell us what do you think about today's show. It's Monday Politics, and I've got a very new co-host, Ashila Manamustino Askere. She's there, nice glasses, nice hair, and everything else. Yeah. So she'll be with me from today up until
the very end. Yes.
We're here to discuss politics on Mondays. Anything that our country is going through at the moment, we are discussing that because it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
One thing about South Africa. There's nothing that we cannot get into. So very excited for today's discussion.
And the number is still 064 548 776. The number is again 069 Your voice notes, your WhatsApp messages, send down. Tell us what you think today. Today, before I go Papaton, how many topics can I have? A little bit of topics.
Yes.
The EFF match going to Orania and then Kleinfontein last week, and then the racism is feeling the colored community. We're going to debunk this thing of the First Nation. The First Nation.
Very entitled. A bit too much.
A
little bit too much.
The question is to what? You understand? You need to debunk this thing. First Nation. We're going to come to that.
100%.
Yeah. So, if you want to talk to us, 064 548 776 069 692 4788. The last one, remember, if you guys are Twitter people, when this account go Twitter now, it's very silent. Maybe it's tweeterbas. I don't know if you've seen it.
Well, I'm not on Twitter, but I know.
Hey, Jehovah. Yo, the guy was like,
he has been exposed.
Nah, I am a farmer. I've just bought giraffes. I've just bought this. And because we are endangered.
Yes.
We are being killed in South Africa.
Safe, apparently.
Yeah. The people who are actually holding the whole chele, that was safe from Marina. You know, even one day, I want more passaging.
Threatened. They feel unsafe.
How do you have a butler door in your cage? I don't have that thing in my house.
No.
How the hell am I going to have a butler door? Yeah. So when I talk about that, he's been found. We'll tell you more.
Yes.
But before then, we'll talk about the Billy for 2 minutes, and we'll be back right after this one. Yeah. This show is brought to you by Segongane Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Tweeterbas in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and counseling. They have a pharmacy on site, and they are doing CCMDD services as well, OHS clinic, circumcision clinic, and abortion services. Their cell phone number is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Again, the address is 70 Tweeterbas in Westview, Pretoria West in Danville. Cell phone number again is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Sponsor for today is Segongane Medical Service and Clinic, But again, they are not taking any medical aids, but I feel like cash for their consultation. So 350 consultation come, and then you choose if you want medicine or not, then they only charge you for that. 750, and then they say they give you panoralgics. Or 750, and then they give you panoralgics, but including medicine. So now it's still 350, excluding medicine. If you don't want medicine, it's fine. You'll buy your own code. Don't expect to get a prescription because they've got the pharmacy on site. So yeah, unfortunately. So but check and then the number is still 071 422 8576. Yeah, 064 548 776 again. Yeah. Kadiwe, yeah, thank you for like I said, we are live on my Facebook page, which is Kgosietsile. So let me just check it now. Kgosietsile Segongane, and we are live on our YouTube page, in the Kgosietsile live show, broadcasting live again from 72 FM in Westview, Danville, and on the frequency. Yeah, my website there, see 95.1. www.kgosifm.co.za.
Yeah, the Gen Z.
Okay, yeah. W. Yeah,
exactly. We need to keep up with the trends. Advance life, move forward, so people will keep up as well.
So we are live on my Facebook page. Let me just go to my camera. And then we are live on my Facebook page. I see Facebook page on now. We are live there. I want to get and then let me go to YouTube. Give on YouTube and we live on our YouTube as well. But I believe we are. Go to my YouTube page. Yes. So please tune in. Yeah, I see. Go YouTube. It's there live. Okay. So we are streaming live on 2 platforms. The Kgosietsile Segongane live show, YouTube page arena, and Kgosietsile Segongane. So please follow us, like, subscribe, share, and comment and tell us. And comment again live. WhatsApp 064 548 776 or 069 4788. Yeah, I can EFF match.
Yes.
What do you know about Kleinfontein? Let me ask you this one. Like Kleinfontein, what do you know about these two?
Kleinfontein, Orania. And it being white dominated. Not only. Even dominated.
Yeah.
Specifically. Exclusively, yes.
Yeah.
So if you have a bit of melanin, unali pigment tenyana, side eye, what are you doing? Exactly.
And this other one said something yesterday. If you've seen, I'm sure you've seen the one I did yesterday, the offline one.
Yes.
Okay, if it's not white, but he's Africans, can they move in? He's like, they could move in, but they won't be welcomed. They won't feel welcomed. What does that mean? If you are saying this is just a cultural thing,
yes,
it's a lie, by the way. It's not a cultural thing. Culture is not exclusive. He mentioned something about this guy, Ari. I think he's a spokesperson for Kleinfontein, right? Let's just give maybe context behind the Kleinfontein and this thing. Orania Kleinfontein is 2 enclaves, 2 little so-called whites-only towns, or whites-only. Even Orania is a country, according to them. They've got their own currency.
They have their own currency, yes, I saw that as well.
But they are buying things from us. Yeah. So, but they want to get their own country inside South Africa. It's a folks think they don't want anybody else, especially us Africans. But they don't want anybody else. English, so long as you're not speaking Afrikaans, they don't want you there. Sure. That's how exclusive their culture is supposed to be. So it's been in existence since 98. If I'm not mistaken, somebody can correct me now. Or 6454876. Yeah.
So is it also like restricted, but you need like a passport?
No, you don't.
It's not.
You
like
just need your white
gated
skin and Africans. It's gated and everything. But what you need to go in there is you need to go in there as an African, as a Liburu Africans.
So excess, as long as you are like Africans,
you're not gonna go in there. Yes. So that's Orania has been there for a long time, right? Why it was led to happen in the first place, I have no idea. Apparently, they bought a farm and then by developer Kamuko Mara. This person, Maban, I'll post the link in the description, but I'll another video again.
Yes.
This person, okay. This one is an agreement. Afrikaners will be independent in this country. Do you understand? And they're trying to push Tabaya Cape Town to be independent the same way as Orania and Kleinfontein. And Palomagre is a big one. They cannot do that. The whole Western Cape cannot just secede and say we're an independent country. It can't be.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. This was an agreement.
Yes.
That was done between the then people, because there was a civil war. He's even proud to say there was going to be a civil war, so they had to compromise. Mandela and the rest of them, Kakodes. To say, okay, fine, let's put Section 235 and Section 31 into a constitutional self-determination, which I actually debunked yesterday in that video if you've watched it. Fine. So it was an agreement between them, and then that's it. Okay. So Orania was established as this whites-only enclave. Whites-only meaning Africans-only people, not being coloureds, but them only, exclusively them.
A fresh breed. Adolf Hitler, you needed to be like a particular skin tone. You need to be blonde.
Yeah.
You need to have the blue eyes. Yes.
They were trying to create an Aryan person. Yeah. Okay, fine. Then comes Tabaya, this one, Kleinfontein.
Yes.
Kleinfontein was in the news way back, some few years back, but then it died down. So it started now. This settlement around, I think it was around 98, when somebody bought a piece of property, and then they just invited Afrikaners to come.
Sure.
And both of them, their heroes into his favorite. I don't know if you know about him. He's the architect of apartheid. He's the man who said apartheid take in, and then they put it into law. 1948, Hanaba winner elections in the National Party. He's the man who said it's a post of good neighboring where I choose my neighbor. I don't have to be told who my neighbor must be this.
Yes.
You understand?
You get to select.
I select my own neighbor. That's it. So it's nothing discriminatory. You know, neighbors, how you going to I mean, it's okay. From 1994, this policy was there, and black people was in townships, white people was in suburbs. Danville, Proclamation Hill, West Park, and the rest of them.
Yes.
Developed roads, sewage, motlakasi as zero. Pit toilets, no water, no nothing. Homelands even west of all.
Yeah.
Where we come from, some of us. That one. Fine. So 1014 is shitty, and now it's in the news again. EFF went there too much. They marched first on Orania, then they marched in Kleinfontein.
So are they in different areas? Orania,
Orania, Echo, Northern Cape.
Okay.
And then Kleinfontein, more Pretoria. Out of Soka, Moloto Road. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's around that dam, the Fall Bank Dam or something like that.
Okay.
It's around there somewhere. So, yeah, that's where these people are concentrated at the moment as we speak in Naloy.
Yeah. And EFF is very determined.
Yeah, it is radical. I like it. I don't support EFF. I love what they're doing now.
Okay. Why do you support them?
Because I support what they're doing now. I don't support them in terms of voting.
Okay.
I like what they're doing now. At least they're putting a spotlight. But before, remember, last week, MK went.
Yes.
Made a small delegation, and the rest of them. Some Tom, people must understand one thing. It's not a culture thing. This is apartheid in reverse.
Yeah. There's
no culture that is exclusive.
Yeah.
The man even said, we can't downgrade the Zulu culture to black. I'm like, so we can't downgrade the African culture to white?
Basically.
I mean, you're not making sense. You understand what I'm saying? You can't say this stupid thing. No, you can't. It's not about black and white. It's about human beings living together.
Yeah.
When apartheid, you wanted to be alone and separate by yourselves.
Yes.
And you put us in townships and in villages and whatever, in Rasokola, and you make sure you cut generations of us from anything, wealth, education, and all that nonsense. Do you understand? So black people now, how can level? At least enough from us will be able to develop our kids enough not to endure, our poverty. Your parents, at least you'll be well off. But if you look at the child, Junior, my son is 6.
Okay.
Original trust fund child for her whole life.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's how severe this whole thing was on black people. But people just don't want to understand. It's not a matter of culture, exclusivity, exclusive. It's about you are doing the same thing that your government before was doing on black people.
You are continuing the same patterns.
There's no difference. So whether you try to sugarcoat it and say, it's about culture, it's not about this, it is about that exactly. Do not even try to come and say, but it is not about culture.
At the same time, though, so would you prefer, I get it, you're saying it's not a culture thing, it's about humanity. We humans, we can live together, right?
Yes.
So are you saying that we should not look at color?
Why should you look at color in the first place? Why must there be color there? Because we looked at color and then we had apartheid for over what? From 48 to 94. Yes, over what? 60 years?
Okay.
Plus minus, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Let me pick your brain then. To a certain degree, don't you feel like color needs to be seen, especially considering that oppression was so bad, right? So, for example, the BBE and the things in place.
Affirmative action and all those. Yes.
Everything plays for re-uplift the black community.
No, that one is a given. The color must matter.
They need
that
to
one
see
is a given.
Color.
Remember, BEE is not excluding anybody. It's just saying you want to redress what you've done to us.
100%.
That's it.
Yes.
And learn about negotiations. But there's 145 laws, 41 laws. I'm like, give me 10. They can't even do that.
Which one is being fulfilled?
Yeah. Twitter get it. Okay, if you are saying this 100 and what laws, can you just give me 10 of those laws, please? I want to see those laws. People couldn't pay 10 of those laws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, and so on. They won't even answer you. But for BEE, for affirmative action, for whatever redress laws, there must be color. Because the people that were affected were of color, right?
Yes.
Black people were affected by everything.
Yes.
Policy apartheid was saying to me, I cannot, their president, I were public speaking about the PW border. And what good will mathematics do to a black child? For a black child. Because he should be trained to come and wash my clothes, to come and cook for me. When home economy my mothers were taught how to wash clothes and iron and fold them. They were given white to how to care for a white child.
There was no mental liberation.
There was nothing.
Growth or anything.
It was systematic. Systematic was, we are training you to come and work at my kitchen or my garden or my farm. So Peter Lota said it publicly. What good will a black child do with mathematics? Because he's not going to use it for anything. Kitchening or gardening or your placing.
Labor is very limited.
So we're going to develop the white child. We're going to spend 50. If they were spending 50 rands on a white child, they're spending 10 rands on a black child. Because that's how far we will get. You were told this was a law. You jump that law, you go to jail. People must understand apartheid was not about just separate entrances. You understand?
Yeah.
Separate entrances. It was huge. It was deep. It was cutting generations of our parents from ever attaining.
And mentally as well.
Yes. Or getting liberation. I told this, okay, if only you could have given us a chance. Doctor, nurse, or whatever. You know, the way your people were developed, be fine. You will never have this thing anymore.
Actually, there was a time where this question was prompted.
Yeah.
Due to colonization, there was urbanization.
Yeah.
So do you believe we would be as advanced or as evolved as we are without colonization, without the white people bringing their technologies and all those advancements? Don't you feel like to a degree we had a advantage to colonization?
No, I don't think we did. Let me tell you why. White people think colonization came with the whites. It didn't. Let's just go back.
Okay.
Let's just go back, deep back. The word paper on that book of yours, that thing's paper, right?
Yes.
It's from what? It's from the word, not a tree even. It's from the word papyrus.
Okay.
Right? What is papyrus?
What is it?
It's a reed.
Okay.
In the whole world.
Okay.
Nile River. Where's the Nile River? Africa. Where's Africa? Us. Right? The very first people to make scrolls and to write on papyrus that gave birth to the word paper is black people, Egyptians themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So to me, more. Pampiri, anything. But boni mo baba isaka nchela bataka bukele so about I bring civilization.
Okay.
The very first university in the world was in Mali. Where's Mali? Next to Nigeria. Okay? In the first university where there was degrees, people are getting educated.
Yeah.
It was in Africa. You understand? So everything, a lot of things were here. So they come, they take something, they bring it advanced. Also, I feel like but they are raw gold.
Yeah.
Then they bring rings. You understand?
Yeah.
You take raw gold and you go and process and make a ring and come back and say, "Ooh, there's a ring."
Okay. Let me give you a different perspective
Yeah.
when it comes to language, for example.
Okay.
We know to progress, to do anything in life, we need each other as
Yes.
people, right?
Yes.
So had they not come here, we would have not had a common language, which is English at this current state, right?
Yeah.
A very common language, at least the bare minimum that you need to know is English. At least which is Juana, and then we're good, right?
Yeah.
So with them coming, they brought this language, and yes, it's unfortunate or cause kolong ngwana o tse a itse Zulu ko hae tshwanetse a itse Sekgowa, and unfortunately IQ ya motho now is tested to how well is your English.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's when you know, okay, this one o ruteile. He ruta motho a bolela Sekgowa pila, right? So
Don't you think that's actually a mental thing?
It's rigged.
064-548-776. We're thinking, I made a mistake, man. I'd never give you a chance to introduce yourself. Shame.
Hey,
Sorry.
yeah.
Ari.
Kgabanki,
Ari,
Tiba
we.
Toki.
What am I going to say? Sorry, Bagaito. I didn't give you a chance to introduce yourself. Shame.
Dumelang, but once again,
Hey.
Mara co-host, our main host. I think I need to take over.
Why, but
I think
must come and sit on this
yeah,
chair.
we're gonna swap because now I would have made sure I introduced you. But no, you're all forgiven. Dumelang Bobotle.
Yeah.
I am the co-host for this show and many future shows.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
that's going to come.
100%.
Yes.
Nakalina kina Kgosi FM.
Uh-huh.
I am 24 years old. I am a graduate in the field of international relations and
Yes.
political sciences. And I am also a Toastmaster. So, re apply the Toastmasters skills and knowledge. This is a topic I'm not only interested but passionate about.
Yeah.
So I really look forward to us discussing about not just South African politics, as well, because Luana about tweeterbas or
tweeterbas.
Yes, Trump is a very powerful man who is definitely going to impact us as well.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you very much. I am very excited to be here and for many other future shows.
Yes.
And yeah, thank
welcome.
you so much.
Welcome, Paparas. Welcome,
Thank
welcome. As I
you.
said, the number is 064-548-776. I would like to now, Romero, what's up? What do you think about today's show?
Yes.
Do you think we're making sense? You're not making sense? Talk to us.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that one, yeah. So, answer that question, Yahori. English. That's the mental thing. That's a non. Well,
Yeah,
do you know?
100%.
Do you know? Putin speaks Russian. Another.
Yeah, I did say.
Angela Merkel got German. Who got German? Another that.
Yes.
It's not a barometer. Yes, for us because we're colonized. Our minds were told, how shall we say Hawa Talifa?
Yes.
Hence, even amongst ourselves, Hankai Kakwala Laya Olwa
spell wrong?
what's up? Lier. Omuntu. Not liar. Lawyer.
Yes.
L-A-R.
Hey, little caption. Ho sa kwala pila mo le banor.
Tsenya di khoma.
Wena wa
One
rutega.
time, it's a mental thing.
Yeah,
Shame.
I agree.
You have been told, if you don't set to this barometer, then you're not.
Yes. So the core of why I brought up the language thing is because there is an advantage to having a common language to be able to discuss any further developments that we want to do, any integration for trading, for like anything.
Yes.
If sitting was our language, bona ba itse sa bona. When it's time for us to come together to collaborate, to grow, Ubuntu, to unify us and advance in any way, it was going to be a language barrier. So, to a degree,
I wanna.
to a degree, a common language to do these discussions.
Okay. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Tell us, please. 064-548-776. Tell us, do we really need these people to bring civilization to us? Do you really need Europeans to bring language to us? Do we really need that? Whereas in the very same Europe,
Yes.
They are still speaking their languages.
They are.
Italy,
And
they're speaking
so
Italian.
are we. Le rena ra se bolela Zulu sa rena.
Re ba Setswana, mo a re,
Hey.
kganya gore anong, hey, if you don't speak English, you're not clever. Eating amongst us. And to them, towards us as well. You understand?
Yeah.
But it's, what about you think? Oh,
Yes.
64548
Please come with your opinions.
Tell us.
Obviously, it had more disadvantages than advantages. I would definitely stand by that. I'm not condoning it. Colonization had, it was at the cost of many lives.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's unfortunate because it's also the colonization of the mind as well, to degrade us, to think that to be African is to be less than. You're not as educated. Yes, you're not as brilliant. So it's time that you learn this language because you're expanding your knowledge and your wisdom and you're brighter.
Yeah.
So it definitely was degrading. So I'm not disputing the fact that there were many disadvantages, more disadvantages than advantages.
Exactly.
Please don't get me wrong.
Exactly. Yes.
But I just don't want us to also completely discredit and say this was 100% negative.
Well, now say it was negative. I'll tell you why.
100%.
Yes, 100%. Because it didn't benefit us in any shape or form. Whatever we had, it was there. I mean, one day I wear something Zumago parliamentary. But they've discovered anything, they came across things. And then they said that we discovered gold, we discovered diamonds. You didn't discover, they were there. So it's the same as Lin Nakele so, Kelemoto. Even I can't go out take a soup. My traditional dress on the road. There was an incident to go Boulder Small some few years back.
Yeah.
This guy was there, got his own traditional Ndebele. Like pure Ndebele.
Yeah.
You know, those things and everything, and then I think that little thing mobile high. And he was chased out of the mall because he was naked. Yeah.
Naked.
Yes, he was naked. For Bonnet, it was naked. He's not supposed to walk like that because he's not supposed to walk like that. He was taken out of the mall. What you're doing is nudity. It was on the news everywhere.
Sure.
People was all over the place.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So if we grow up, I can't go out because I have to go and get a trouser. That is like that. That's not civilization. That's me having to having to assimilate to a situation.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because benefit their own civilization was to make me understand?
Yeah.
The very same house Analongo Pitura East, I must have it next to him. The same suburb. I mustn't be taken to a township in a 2-room house and then now it's again. Where did they've got a pool, they've got everything. That's not civilization. That's oppression. It's a good concept to bring to people, but if you bring it on an equal level, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It can never be good. But now what they did to Australians, the Aborigines, they are Australia now is a colony still. Australia, Canada, New Zealand, they are still colonies of Britain today. Even America itself is a colony.
Yeah.
You understand? It's a legal colony.
Yeah.
It never changed. It was taken over by white people, and the people who came back, they found they were killed.
Yeah.
Or they were driven off from the land. Right in America, they're in reserves. There's some piece of land about the field which they are there. Chiefs Aborigines in Australia and New Zealand, the same thing. That's not civilization. They didn't bring anything better for us. We had to assimilate and acclimatize to whatever they brought because there was no way else we can be able to do anything by ourselves.
Okay.
Now, so I can't argument that it's a good thing somehow.
To a certain degree. Because when you think about like, okay, yes, in the beginnings, it was the British and then it was the Dutch. However, if we look at how this, like the traveling aspect of it, trading, for them to bring spices as well. We discovered silk. We discovered, they actually have A, B, C, and D that they've already discovered in their state, and they now get to bring it this side, and we now learn about certain spices and materials and weapons as well. Because if, for example, there were no colonization whatsoever, can we look at how almost everything, let's keep made in China. Right, almost everything is made there, and the rate at which they advancing is rapid.
Okay, let's come down to civilization area. I don't know how much you know about African history in deep detail, in a sense, Zimbabwe, the ruins of Zimbabwe, Mapumbukwe, those rhinos that they found, the gold rhinos they found, the scepter, and all those things. Africa was civilized on its own right. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were civilized in our own right.
Yeah.
We didn't need a trouser to be civilized. Whatever we had that time was our own civilization.
That's true.
Let's
they
just
came
go
with
back.
their own definition
Exactly.
of
civilization.
And we adopted it.
We adopted it because there was a gun on my head. That
I
said,
have no
you
choice.
either do this or you are gone. So the gun was here saying, you either wear a trouser or I'm going to shoot you. And they did shoot us, by the way. Let's take money. Chale.
Yes.
Do you know where money come from? 064-548-716. We are still talking about Kleinfontein. The brief history of what we are dealing with in this country today, of these people from Europe who come here and feel so entitled. Do you understand? Money started in Mali. I don't know if you know these white seashells. Okay. Those white seashells.
Okay.
That was currency in Mali. Yeah, bo. That was currency. It was used to trade and to buy stuff. That's how money came to the world. Black people. They were the black Moors. People who are called the black Moors in Europe, who civilized Europe, by the way. When these ones were still in caves, black people were there, being kings and everything else in the whole of Europe.
Yeah.
But that history will always hide because they don't want to be seen for everything's about them.
Yeah.
Every discovery is about them. It's a lie, by the way. It's a lot of discoveries about Tom drilling, and because they were slaves, their master took it and made it himself. Who did the first heart transplant in Most Africa? According to your knowledge, you know history.
Yeah, no, I'm being challenged. Yeah, history, knowledge, not a specialized history. So,
who did the first heart transplant? Everybody knows Chris Barnett again. That white doctor. Lie.
Okay.
Lie. I'll tell you why. There was a black surgeon next to him.
How?
Telling him where to touch, what to cut, what to suture. Prove me wrong. In debunking, no. 064-548-776. There was a black surgeon next to him. They hid it from the history books.
No.
Because you're not allowed to touch white people. Yes. You will never know because I mean, they were all over the place. Oh, get my cool. Please. You understand?
Yeah.
There was a black surgeon, head of cardiology. Maybe even paid less than a clinic because he was black.
Yeah.
Telling him what to touch, where to cut, what to do what. Because he was not allowed to touch a white body. Imagine.
Normally educated.
Yes.
And knowing.
A surgeon, a whole transplant surgeon. Chris Barnett the first successful human transplant in the whole world.
The whole credit.
He must be burning in hell if he's dead because he lied to the world for years.
Wow.
You understand? It's a law that you can go through and teach you black people.
I'm thinking if that's just one story, how many others?
Telephone. Where does telephone come from? Cell phone, only phone, in the phone, like a nomad. I can about Graham Bell, Alexander Graham Bell, who did the phone.
Yes. Do
you know where he got the idea from?
Okay.
His slave. The slave, what he did, it took 2 Dixie cups, 2 cups, tapampiri. Then he put a string between them.
Oh, yes.
And he gave them to the kids.
Played like that.
The kids, they talked through that. Graham Bell saw that. Lies. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yo, this goes deep.
It's very deep. Air conditioner, peanut butter. It's a lot. 064-548-776. Kgosi FM, right? The boost on a Monday.
Yes, debunking. No,
I'm going to be told by somebody who or exclusively Africans, he wants to stay in his own right.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
After apartheid.
We're past that.
After what you have done to us, you still have the gall to say when you want to be alone on Kleinfontein or Orania. And then you call...
To preserve the culture.
What culture?
Yeah.
What culture?
And how can you not continue in that spreading of your culture, even if you are amongst other cultures?
Because it's not culture, Mfanak. Let's go back a little bit. Debunk about Tabakana. Okay. When did Afrikaner culture start in this country? If you know. When?
When did it start?
Who were the first people who came here? Were the Afrikaners?
The Dutch.
The Dutch. There's nothing Afrikaans there. It's Dutch. It's
Dutch.
similar.
Yeah.
Afrikaans is a combination of 3 languages, by the way.
Okay.
It's a dialect. It's not even an interlanguage. It's Dutch, German, and French.
Okay.
If I say to you now, Jone papire, carry
It's your paper.
your papers, right?
Mm.
And that's what?
Afrikaans.
No, that's German. Thank you.
Well, that is German. You don't know Dutch, you don't know German, so I can't fact check you.
You wanna see that? There's a movie called Schindler's List.
Okay.
It's a long 2-hour movie, 2-3-hour movie where the Jews and Hitler when he was killing Jews. There was the incident where one German officer was screaming on this Jew. Yo ne papire Jude! Yo ne papire Jude! Thank you. Yeah. You understand? So Afrikaans is nothing but a dialect from 2-3 languages. German, French, and Dutch. Dutch, it's fast because you're Afrikaans. It's similar.
Yeah.
But it's very fast. If they speak slowly, you can understand whatever they're saying.
Okay.
Because I had Dutch friends. You know, 2007, I had Dutch friends here. And they hate Afrikaners, by the way. They don't like these people.
I heard,
They
actually.
don't. Yeah.
That is true.
But you destroyed us. We never came to do what you did in South Africa. Don't even say we are.
Don't use
They will never go to
name.
Holland and say, hey, we are back home. Hey.
Disassociated.
You don't want to hear.
Wow.
You see? So you cannot, as a white person, come to South Africa and oppress me for years. And after I fought for my freedom,
Yeah.
which I even compromised for your own sake, by the way. Now, let me not only concentrate on black people. Let me concentrate on white, everybody at the same time. Then you still have the goals to say to me, no, but I still want to have Orania and Kleinfontein.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. There's no other place. Kgotswana Bonemoloring. They just want to live by themselves.
Yeah. It
Otherwise, it should be. I mean, I don't want to say it should be allowed within the black community because we're trying to do away with that.
But it was never allowed in us because we were forced to live in townships by ourselves. And until Silica, the very same townships, it was segregated by tribe. Do you know that? So wait, Atteridgeville, Soshanguve. Do you know what Soshanguve means?
What does it mean?
Soshanguve is 4 or 5 acronyms come together to make a name. Yeah.
Okay.
Soshanguve. Soto, Shangaan, Venda, and Nguni.
Really?
It becomes Soshanguve. Yeah. It becomes Soshanguve.
Today. I'm sure you're not the only one.
Soweto itself.
Yeah.
Ne? Soweto is not a township, one. It's a lot of townships. Soweto. It's not one township, it's a lot of townships around. Soweto simply means southwest townships of Johannesburg.
Okay.
Hence Soweto. Where mo teng mo go na le bo Tladi, go na bo Dube, go na le bo Barkingman, Deep Kloof, ke tse dintšha tseo.
Yeah.
Tsa motla so a tshwana Westview. Bo Dube ne le Batswana fela. They put Batswana fela there. Wait section ke Dube only Tswana and Sothos. And then Zola ke Mazulu fail. And they won't civilize those sections ka Tswana.
Okay.
They will always make sure one section is up. Bonatrisville, for example. I'm telling Shanguve, the GGDP are blind. GGD very clean, very nice houses. HH, PP1, PP2 get DP. You understand?
Yes.
So they make sure whenever they put you together, but they're gonna make sure koma Shangani, kokwa. Sorry, my Shangani, koma Tongi.
It's a derogatory term. Please.
You understand? It's very low. And then habaya ko Basotho le Batswaneng. Man, it's civilized.
Yes,
Like
it gets
One
Better.
time and then they go to body F. One body F is nice houses. Mostly.
Okay.
But you go to PP1, you go to PP2, you find Matsonga Kote. Mavenda but let's go. After it's really simple. Oh start. I wanna mutilengele ya barki man. Motoko ha kesiku. Siku. Can I get a Kgosi le Soulsville? See at Attersville Kamoka, it's very nice. Very clean, very nice houses, yeah, and ugly but acceptable. You go to nice roads as well, malls and all those things.
Yeah.
You go to Soulsville. Hostel. Hostel.
It's bad.
Yeah. And I rang Babatia Sutu Varana Sutu Batwana, Ostata, Ma Venda le Matsonga.
Yes.
Now they are creating what? They're creating this thing. Must be enemies between Nalwen.
Yeah, there's even greater segregation amongst
ourselves
us as black people.
That is why we live in class. Sometimes,
Yeah, yeah. Konali hierarchy even amongst black people.
That thing didn't start with us. It seems to keep on. Let's go back again in Africa for a little bit. Look at Rwanda. The genocide in Rwanda, 94. What happened? The Belgians who were colonizing Rwanda, they prioritized and put up the Tutsis, because they were a little bit taller, they were a little bit light-skinned. They were light-skinned, they had little large sharp noses.
Yeah,
the Hutus were like me, dark, big nose, African pure. So about elevator, Baba the mistress, the teacher, whatever. And then they oppressed the Hutus. That's why 94 genocide, when it came out, we are now revenging what you've done to us with the Belgians. That's what they did. Divide and conquer.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is what we're dealing with in South Africa at the moment, in a form of an Afrikaner. A person who thinks they are better than anybody else. Yeah. And they are not. Someone Tom, you're not going to try to use whatever you've done to me against me. You cannot uneducate your child. How is the worry? How are you school? Who was supposed to take him to school? It's supposed to be you.
Yeah, yeah.
Like how dumb can you be? You're not educated. I'm like, yeah. If only you should have taken my mother to school, like my father, I would be somewhere else like you at the moment.
Absolutely.
And worst of all, most of them they're not even educated.
Sure.
They don't even have, but because of the color of their skin, they're able to get into a lot of things.
They have access.
Yeah. So EFF, big up. EFF, yeah.
Mara, I approve of everything.
Why? Give me what you're not approving.
Can we talk about how radical they are?
Beautiful.
Can we talk about how Parliament is...
Yeah, beautiful.
There's nothing as ironic as honorable member when none of the behavior is honorable in that moment. Honorable member, I'm like,
wait, why? Because they're living in they're doing parliamentary rules. Shame. So if a rule says you can't do this, you can't do it. If I do it and you don't say anything as a speaker, I'm gonna jump.
But it's not organized.
It's not organized very, yes. But I like it because at least people are being put on their toes. Do you understand? But we are not gonna be prescribed how to behave. Civilization. We cannot be given that script or okay, civilization you cannot do it. No.
But there's also logic in that moment. Now, I'm trying to make a point. We need to give each other time.
Yeah,
you make your full point, and it needs to be systematic.
Yeah. Well, that's them. That's what they do. But doesn't make it wrong.
It does. How na progress? Unale patience ya utoma parliament we toma we face because it gets annoying hore patong khale re emetse motho mo wana didimale patong.
But nowadays they have punched out the EFF. Nowadays I was saying I'm doing like before. I don't know why.
The momentum is definitely.
But then they've lost it anyway.
Yes.
They've lost it because at the end of the day, I mean.
And I suspect it's the radicalism. It's the approach to these type of things.
But the approach was never going to be polite. We can't be polite over people. Well, for example, this GNU. How do you get polite to that? That's a betrayal of every black person, regardless of what party you are. It's a betrayal of every black person in this country. I don't care what English if it's but it's a betrayal to us. You can't compromise to that end. Really. You are a liberation movement.
Yeah.
You end up working with the very same enemy. Are you serious? That is trying to make Cape Town white. Have you ever been to Cape Town?
Yeah.
I hate that place. I'll never go there. I went there once. I'll never go there.
And it's getting worse.
Yeah. It's getting worse now. All these racists are fully in Twitter at the moment.
And the
this
standard
guy,
of living is becoming higher and higher. It's impossible
and
to
this
live
guy
in.
are those who cannot move to Cape Town. They are here in Kleinfontein. This was the whole plan. We're gonna create our own state within a state and in democracy. Then Mutaba Code Section 235, which doesn't say nothing about you not supporting yourselves. Practice your own culture, your own religion, your own in freedom, not in exclusivity, and not include other people, especially if you are a perpetrator of apartheid before. How do you take the very same ideal of what culture this time? How different are you from 1938 or 1975 or 1980?
Yeah, 100%. No, Gadumela, it's absolutely ridiculous, Hori. It's an entire establishment and it's been there for that long. Yeah. How is that possible? How are there no laws in place? How are people not questioning that and saying this is ridiculous? Surely black people should be allowed to stay in this place. I just feel as though, tonally ho kalangwana, for example, you don't start by beating them and removing the item. One more, it's a procedure.
Yes.
A, B, C, and D, right? Yeah. And then with time, then you put in laws in place. If that's not working, eventually you'll get to a point where you're like, I need to take action.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And there's peaceful marches, right? Yeah. The issue is where now it always gets there with the EFF, and that's where my issue is. There are peaceful protests out there that have been successful, and Elena, every time you want to in order to see change at the cost of so much destruction.
I understand. Let me just try and come into that one. Oh, Joe. 064 548 776. You are still here, Karen. You're still here. Yeah, we're still here, man. Yes. Until 9:30. Rebecca, the politics is Monday. Having a conversation about this thing. Yes. Fun. We can't prescribe how people should behave in a march.
Come on.
Sheba.
Why do we have laws to begin with? Why do we have policies?
That's what the laws was. They actually shame they adhere to that. They left cut 3.
Yes.
There was a law airing on later. What they should have done,
yes,
was to pull that gate apart.
How?
Yes. Was to pull that gate apart, was to get in there by force and show them what there is no-go area for people anymore in this country. That's what it's supposed to be. They should have done that. But lucky the cops were there. No, it's not. Sheba, if you have a thorn in your food,
no,
I'm not gonna come a small potato. I didn't say mutlo. I'm gonna bring another nail to remove that nail. This is nonsense.
No, you put a notice.
Yeah,
and say, in 5 days, chief this gate there, we're gonna remove it by force.
That's a notice. I remember that's the notice, I'm sure. And this time we're going to say on Schot, on Svolk, on Eye. What the hell is that? On Svolk, on Eye. Your own way. Yeah. In whose country? After what you've done to our parents and us, you still say your own. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, with your chest. And Abana stress already know these records of apartheid.
They even still fly their old flags inside. Boldly so.
Oh, yes.
Boldly so.
I literally discovered her flag before Nisna yellow black, and they definitely Lena the kind of tweeterbas. I get why limpala linal. But he's very adamant on Like, na posted this meme on one of his tweets.
Yeah.
It's a very popular meme of a man walking with a woman, and then olebeletse o afita ngomopila o, and then omopila afita ke flaga ya apartheid. Mosadi ana leng yana ke flaga ya no. Yeah.
Understand?
So,
and what does that mean, by the way? Whatever happened in 94 is nothing.
Exactly.
Whoever died for nothing.
Nothing.
Whoever your parents' personal education is nothing.
They miss that life.
We want that good old
Bring
days.
it back. Yeah. But it's still good old days according to them.
Exactly. So, do we come and smile? But please, no.
No.
We break it down. Now I'm telling you now, EFF, I hope to God they go back there. I hope to God they go back there.
I hope they don't.
Yeah, this time I'm going to cover the match. We're going to go together now. So the camera and our mics. No, I'll cover a match again. I don't want to join. I'll cover a match.
Okay.
I'll cover a match out here. I'll cover a match. What I'm not young. Shoot the photo, the videos. No, what's the game? When I hope not.
It's bad.
The problem called about the apartheid. Okay, but this one is not apartheid according to them. What they told us, there was no apartheid in Bob. But the poverty that black people were subjected to, is still felt today. That's why our kids will be lucky enough for at least that poverty.
Yeah.
Born. You understand? At least they'll go, but they'll go and at least be people. If they're not as a school, a university, a course, a future bright, then thank you. At least the poverty go high. It fell like
yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's not nice for us to go back home today.
Yeah.
It's just saying go high. Then you get, then you see that poverty is even deep now coming to kids this age, about 22, 23, and younger than them.
Yeah.
It's a norm. It's like
exactly.
You
Yeah.
understand? Whereas that was never supposed to be the case in the first place. If only we were given a chance as well to do what we're supposed to have done. We were never born stupid.
Yeah.
We were never born dumb.
Just never given the chance.
We were never given a chance. My black skin said to him, this one can never learn mathematics. I'm
immediately.
Take that white dumb child, mathematics. School, he'll be an engineer. Why do you think they created SOEs for, by the way? If people knew where SOEs came from, state-owned enterprises, Dinele Spornet, which is translated now, Barking, SAA, ESCOM.
Okay.
If people knew all SOEs, why were they created in the first place? Land Bank. Yeah, wait. It's a lot of history.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
After World War II,
yeah,
there was this thing called, there was the Great Depression, right? That ripped the whole world. People became poor and stock exchange fell.
Yeah.
There was a problem in South Africa called the poor white problem.
Okay.
Where there were poor white people who came from the war, who came back with nothing. And those who didn't have jobs in this country. What the Afrikaner government did, they went out but created SOEs to solve the poor white problem. They were taken from their homes and put in those things with no skills, and they were skilled on the job. All these so-called ESCOM engineers, they were skilled. They don't have degrees, doctorates. You are gonna go there, doctor metric.
Sure.
Yes. Because they were trying to make sure white people, all of them, are prosperous and successful. That's why SOEs were created in the first in this country.
Go back uplift.
Yes. And where were we? Papa was given a bicycle, was given boxer, on a boxer, BB.
Yeah.
Was given a trench coat. After 20, my father, they were here in Heidelberg, but to clean the mess. Not even to fight, but to clean the mess. My father came back, but again, the voice over, bicycle, trench coat, boxer, home. Yeah. Go back home. White people were given land, they were given loans. Land bank was created for them. They were given loans, they were given subsidies. When British people left this country in 1910, they gave them reparations. When we are so entitled, anywhere where British people were leaving the colony, they would make sure they equip these people. Zimbabwe the same.
So definitely it's Aratom on the same like plane level.
No.
They started way
back.
up there. Hence why the demographics are looking like that.
Exactly.
Because from the beginning, no resources, a lot of resources, naturally.
Will never be the same. So Kleinfontein is not supposed to exist. Orania was supposed to exist.
Yeah.
Kima Mangope, Faith Mangope. Did the next video? Did you see that video? If you see it on Twitter, people are like on top of her. Yeah. She talks too much. I'm like, so what? If the boyfriend is white, say what?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
Akiz, important. Do you agree with what the EFF has done, Kleinfontein? Or you don't agree? No, I just agree. 100%.
I mean, I do. Like, something has to be done. At least they are taking action. Yeah. I am definitely for taking action because it's ridiculous. I am against the fact that that even exists.
Yeah.
And for this long as well, shows that there's a clear issue with our system, with our government, because how do you allow that to exist for this long?
Well, the need to agreement.
Yes.
Compromise.
Compromise.
Or else you're gonna destroy you.
Mm-hmm. So the approach, I guess my Ishiki approach, but at the end of the day, sometimes you realize that we need to do something. Yeah. At the end of the day. So if
radicalism is.
So it's time to
approach it. The way it's best. They can, but they must even do more. There was an MMC one to. Wow. Kill EFF. I just forgot his name.
Yeah.
He was trying to pull down the sign. Airing. AfriForum. Evil sign. Airing. Welcome to AfriForum land.
Yo.
Hey, they're busy. Evil sign. Airing. Welcome to AfriForum land.
Yo.
Like,
it's bad.
It's like a rapist. They have tonta every single day.
Yo.
Hey, your rapist is always calling you. Yeah, I'm still out here. No,
yeah, in your face.
Loud
and proud.
Hi, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm getting perspective now as to why we have like different viewpoints, and perhaps it's a Gen Z thing or being born after, if I should say that, because there's a greater pain and experience, and a person who lived through it. Will not want to be friendly about it or cordial. Because now my stance is be respectful. Like, she notice and say, in 2 days we're coming back, we're going to rip this gate off. Oh, okay, next day, visa. You know, like leave notices, like let people know. Order, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it's different for a person who did not physically see. We're thinking my mom being dragged on the floor just because we registered toilet.
Exactly. Or even go to jail, by the way.
Yes.
Or they found you on the bench, slacks blankets. Or Europeans only, but yeah, for 6 months.
Yes.
Go Cape Town or because hana permit. Yeah, if you can go into this thing, history, people must understand our anger.
Yeah.
Why are we so angry? My father could not live in his own house. He has to have a permit to live in his own house.
Yes.
How do you do that to a person?
Original continent. Right, for the Africans. So I understand that it's coming from a place of privilege to say that I have not experienced it, so I'm not as angry. Whereas a person who's seen it is angry, and that's the approach.
Yeah. So this whole thing at Kleinfontein, I support 110%.
Yes.
I support them. I never voted for them, but I support what they're doing. Thank God, at least some people still have the spine to stand up and say, we cannot do this. We cannot have special people. Not anymore. They were special before, but they had the time of their lives.
Now we saw the light. We know that how special they can say.
No, they cannot be special forever. They were special. Busy.
And they were equipped,
And then
for greater heights.
I remember I came Cape Town on a trip.
Yes.
I'll never go there again.
Cape Town is a beautiful place.
Never. I'll never go there again. Cape Town is nonsense.
But
how it's anything you do you know what there was a border gate put up by what can this stupid organization Craig Phil Craig Cape Independence Party.
Okay.
They literally put a border gate more N1, right?
Okay.
N1 held in Cape Town from Eastern Cape. What's an from agree how
Yes.
N12, right?
Okay.
If you're gonna go through Klexdorp
Mm-hmm.
or N12 Kimberley Pew until you fit more the T junction at Three Sisters,
Mm-hmm.
where you're gonna come across N1 Air Street Cape Town. So how's in Cape Town? There was more demarcation at Western Cape, Eastern Cape, Northern Cape, Western Cape. There was a makeshift border gate there.
How?
Imagine. You're not white. Are you citizen? Are you a citizen of Cape Town, Western Cape?
No, citizen of Western Cape.
Yes.
Piang.
It was put there. I think progressive forces wanted to go and destroy. I told you, you must pick me up. I'm gonna go there and destroy it myself. I think I think there was a notice there by remove because it was illegal.
Surely.
Why would you do that?
That's my thing.
I think the
How
cops
do
went.
they get away with these type of things?
I think the cops went and they removed it that day. Right? Shame. And a British non-citizen called Phil Craig. You're gonna talk about him one day. I had a video of him one time.
We're gonna have to get into it.
Yeah. Our first Western Cape must be independent and be a country on its own.
Access.
Yes. And then what they'll do, they'll deport every black person back to Eastern Cape. By the way, that's the policy. They want to deport every black person back to Eastern Cape, and then it will only be them and some coloureds who will draw the line.
Yo.
I'm gonna come to the colour thing now. 25 minutes to 9. Let's pack this one at Kleinfontein. But it's evil. It's wrong. It's evil. It's everything.
It is.
That you can think of. You're a rapist. You're a rapist. I feed them each and every single day. Hi. That's what's happening in this country. These people against us. I don't care how not about civilized.
Yeah. No, it's definitely wrong, and I feel like it's condoning this behavior.
Yeah.
If they can get away with it, there's somebody getting another idea and saying, "Oh, guys, for this long, surely we can establish our own ones." Because so.
Let the Zulus have their own. For what? And that is guy, Maban, video. Zulu culture, not black.
Yeah.
Zulu culture has never been exclusive. Zulu culture has never said, how's an anybody? Sorry, come on through some.
Yes.
How can I go to another border gate?
Nothing.
Are you Zulu?
Anybody has access. And they know they don't struggle.
So nobody's gonna go to Mafinya about Mutuan.
Out in.
Yeah.
There is no such thing. So it's absolutely ridiculous, and I don't understand how. No, are they not taking affirmative action? So why does it have to be the EFF alone? Why does it only have to be black people? Why not white people as well? Seeing that.
No, the problem is they will never call each other out. And I told them in one group more or 60. There's a group here, Elan Sport residents. Right? WhatsApp group. I'm part of that. We are those who are fighting that illegal settlement.
Oh, yes.
I was part of that. I almost got killed because of that thing.
How?
Yes.
It got violent.
No. I was targeted. African Forum, so they're going to shoot me.
Oh,
I go there, and I invite the perpetrator behind, Kazambola, to come here and talk to him. And he didn't come, but I called him.
Yeah.
So we came on Loma for an hour. Fire. So I was now a target.
Oh, no.
At least I had people that had my back.
And to back up our house.
When Boko Haram was told by me about Nyori, that boy, Boko Haram So that group was formed from that time, right?
Yeah.
Now, it was too much. They always try to speak Africans, right? And then now won't say much, but there's other radical people in there. And then they respond in Zulu. And then always said Zulu. Now complain about not, we can't understand that. Do you think we understand your language? And I told them, You're pull me one. And I told that mean I don't have to look at when I pull me one, go there. Whenever things are done, for a long time, you won't say anything. But whenever something like this happens on our side, we jump.
Yeah.
What people, you must call yourself, you're kicking each other out.
Yeah.
Learn to do that.
Yes.
Half for America, hey, most Africa, America, don't lie. Don't just keep quiet. Where will what fall?
Absolutely.
Tell them, no, that's a lie. There's nothing like that. Don't keep quiet, because if you keep quiet, you're endorsing whatever they're saying.
Exactly.
So when I worry, why would people, they will never endorse that. What people are staying here in Danville, they see what EFF done, go boat as wrong. Clear. You go to Twitter now, you will see the very responses starting.
Sure.
Yes.
And they don't want, because Baba no man, let them enjoy. But we need more people like Jeremy Max, which will take us to the next discussion about Orania Kleinfontein, because the person who exposed this guy is also a white man, is a white journalist, and he's also getting very bad PR right now. Also focusing more exposure, the corrupt government, like these people who are already working on
doing that, yes.
And this is also a very important matter, because this guy is spreading these rumors about Apartheid, like it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
And if nobody comes and debunks that and does the research and sees no man, moto busy ka narrative ya high, advocate la dilotse, and now it's negatively affecting us because Ashiba Trump.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that. Dumelang. 064548. It's wrong.
No, we are in agreement.
Yeah, give us your opinion, please. Share, subscribe, go to our YouTube page, share, subscribe, and let us know.
Yeah.
What you think about this one.
Yes.
Do you agree with the EFF wholeheartedly?
Yes. Or 90%
or
like
90% like her. No, I don't. The way look at things, thank God. Fine. There was this thing. I want to get the more screenings as fast. I don't know if people will see, but they will see tweeterbas.
Ex-farmer.
Lamona. That's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy. Hey, what's up with you? Okay. This guy's account in 100 and something thousand followers on Twitter. And the guy only 2 subscribers. Kind of subscription work, people are paying you to tweet.
Yes.
And guess who's the first one?
Elon Musk.
Thank you. The very owner of Twitter.
Imagine. So traction already.
Exactly.
I so qualify your views.
Yeah. So this man was telling the whole world, especially America, was strong. Genocide this. We live in fear. We have guns. He will put up a picture of a breast and the whatever, and then with a gun. Yeah, that's how we live in this country. We have guns. I saw one little stupid burr. Go macro. I'm like, this person is so scared of what?
Yeah.
What are they going to do to you?
Yeah.
Like, we don't give a damn about you, man.
Nobody's targeting you.
We are coming to show.
Special. No, I think it's also that superiority complex, because you're not that important. We benefit and go
the guy had a gun on him.
Yeah.
Cut his short though. I'm like, wow. I'm like, born.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You are so in fear. Do you see us? We are so free. Like you don't give a shit.
South Africa does not have wars going on. Now we broad daylight, mind you, right?
So this man wrote, go Twitter.
Yeah.
Genocide. They are being killed. Trump help. Trump about his things. Elon Musk.
Repost.
Hence today we're in this mess. Trump, a stupid old man who's privileged. Only silver spoon in his mouth. This person knows nothing about life. Never been poor.
Yeah.
He's just a racist. Okay, I like him when it comes to LGBTQ thing.
100%.
But when it comes to other things, at least,
At least, we can agree.
See, So when it comes to that, I agree with him. Beautiful.
Yes.
I support that. Whatever happened to Biden or something else. Yeah. Now this person, was busy talking too much. Na ipita tweeterbas ko Twitter, which is X today.
Yes.
The other name ki Boer. Christ is king.
Yo.
I've got reasons why.
Yo. And if they put religion as their banner in everything.
So this man claimed to be a farmer. He was tweeting out, he's got a farm and he just bought giraffes. He just bought this. He just did this. He just paid who?
Allegedly.
A lot. And putting pictures, by the way, of just a giraffe. About a giraffe.
Yeah.
This man's a liar.
Yes.
He was debunked a week ago by News 24. Let me go. I said, I think I think your name. Yeah. Unmasked. Live on.
Finally.
His name is Sebastian. Yeah. Sebastian Joster. Yes.
Yeah.
The man is not even having a farm.
Exactly. I own.
Doesn't he even have?
Yeah. Now he also refer like guest house.
He works in his father and mother's guest house. He runs it.
Yeah. Ke manager fela.
What guest house? Go Gordons Bay.
Mara yena bolela ka di farm. Although to be fair, growing up, he was a farmer.
No, the father was.
Yes, but he worked under his dad.
Imagine.
For some time.
Imagine.
Yeah. Mara yena bolela re yena ke farmer. Ke so maybe ne bile na ba mo khutisa nyana. Mara papa he was doing the bulk of the work.
This guy's my age, by the way. 46 years old. Just like me.
Maroko no recruiter Trump ashu. Biang.
Like I don't understand gore bo Pollock, Joe Pollock and Elon Musk and that.
And they believe.
Now, do you know what's worse? Because I want us to connect this one later. Racism on Twitter.
Yeah.
You look at the responses and the comments. It's disgusting from these people. Doxing. Yeah, I hope Mr. 24 gets sued into oblivion.
Imagine.
He didn't dox him. He unmasked the guy who was hiding under a synonym and telling people lies.
The moment people see justice come into play, good finally being unraveled. Now you want to. It's ridiculous.
Look at this one. Elon Musk. Guess you painted a big fat target on your asses. Elon Musk and safety. You understand? Comments are vicious because now the truth is out.
Yes, and they were thriving off of it. Never float by enjoy. It was nice.
You could have seen the happiness in every white person.
Yeah.
When Trump was sanctioning us, they were happy. As if only us will be affected.
Exactly.
By the way.
It's everybody.
When Trump was saying, come be refugees, I'm like, go. Get all the cup. That's it. How? Take it that taxi. You go to Uber.
Get out to
work airport.
Enjoy.
I'll help you.
Yeah.
Like a you are tired.
No.
Go
it's
away.
Not safe.
Go be a refugee. Leave us alone.
It's not safe.
So the men. If you just look at these things, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like doxing too much. Doxing minorities.
You are tarnishing this guy's name. You're trying to make it look bad. When finally the truth has been revealed. Yeah. So they just don't want to.
They don't accept or you have effed up, unfortunately. Listen to the law and you have destroyed the country. AfriForum is responsible as well for this mess. They went to America, they lied to Trump. They told him how much white people are being killed in this country. It's like every single day we see a white person dead on the street.
When it's the opposite.
It's us that have been dying in the street every single day. Yeah. So this person, look at this one. Yari, how dare he talk to Musk to 270 without News 24's permission? How dare anyone show the world on Twitter how farmers get killed? 24 farm murders happened last year, and out of 24, one farmer died. The rest are farm workers, by the way.
Imagine.
So wherever you are, Elon Musk, you're gonna watch me go. They lied to you, dumbass. You thought maybe you were clever.
Hey.
Elon Musk, he's a boy born in Pretoria, by the way.
Yes.
Look at the father. Elon can't be racist because Elon had black friends and he had the sevens were his friends.
How do you hide behind black friends association?
Hey, he can't be racist because he was friends with the black servants. Like, listen to the irony.
Yeah.
He had black servants
already.
Yeah, when he was still a boy.
Which means already the power dynamics.
Yes,
you're up there, you're the white person, the black person's down there. Just because you're friendly. God, it's like remirete favor, man.
Exactly.
I'm friendly with you.
Some black parent was busy changing his nappy rest, now couldn't even be changed.
Sure.
Because my mother could be there forever. I will hire once a month. I be look room kontle. Don't tell why. I be look room kontle. But no, it's fine. It's work. Anyway,
yeah.
So long as we break.
No.
So no. tweeterbas.
Hi.
The guy has number Amaska Bauko in News 24.
Yeah.
He went and deleted over 600 tweets.
Yes, and amongst them apparently Nabile demographic or the statistics which were also debunked to be false.
Yes.
Hore, ubile the race, right? And then it shows that the black people are breeding poverty.
Yes.
For some like, how do black people? Because now, if anything, the statistics show that there's a lot of infertility amongst black people. Yes. It's a mess. It's very difficult.
We breed too much. We should stop breeding because we are breeding poverty.
We are breeding, yeah.
Yes.
So imagine those obviously you're gonna take them down. And what finished me was the lawyer. Abulela Hore. No, I understand that these kind of statements are going to they're a bit radical or robust, and will therefore spark up conversations or controversial conversations. That is limiting the extent of the tweets that you've been placing, which have been blatantly racist.
Racist,
blatantly racist. So obviously he's a lawyer, so he needs to protect the client.
Yes. So Afifaramu has never said a statement about this guy. I've never because I don't think they want to associate themselves with him. He's hot at the moment, so I don't think they really want any part of him.
Yeah,
which is a good thing for them, Shem, because we'll come after them. But them will 60. I'm trying to get them here that don't want to come.
No, convince. We'll make a plan.
They will have to do that.
Yeah. How?
But it's fine. Another story for another day.
Yes.
You see, so this is the guy, those who are on Twitter will know about this man.
Yeah.
Since his last tweet, okay,
and he denied to Hore at the beginning. He's like, no, what
it was him.
No, group chat and then so I think responsible. Until more evidence came out, then he had to own up to it, which looks worse.
So, Tokyo Burkam the last tweet he made was on the 28th of April. That was the last time. This person was tweeting every single day.
Yeah.
Every single hour. I think he was getting paid by tweets, remember?
Yes.
So he was getting paid.
Yes.
He was getting paid by a tweet. This person. 20 G's,
so obviously you throw.
Yes, he was throwing.
Yeah. So and he's still going though. 28 April is quite recent.
That's when the get debunkile. When? I think not the 1st of May. No, last week, man. When was this thing?
This article came out
29 of this article. Yeah. And then this person was Colin. He's from Colin. Lichtenberg.
Honam.
That small town, one horse town. He's from Colini, Baba Muvela, Cape Town. West of all. Sure. He's from a poorest area.
But this is coming from Yena.
Yeah, but then he's here.
Yo. I can imagine the look on his face. But there's just something about like white people when they're being confronted. It's the same thing with the Kleinfontein. Oh, we're just grateful to God, Jesus Christ,
imagine,
our Lord, our Father.
As if God only listens to them.
Basically,
like
they love using religion as a front.
Yeah.
And because they were asking how was his demeanor, approach, right? So respectful, so calm, collected, or he's not trying to play guilty in that moment. And I think it's a smart play.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, Babiao, they're always playing the gallery to try to be victims.
How are you a victim? How are you a victim?
Now, thank God they caught him, Shem.
Yo.
That's what I'm saying. Thank God they caught him.
And I don't understand people who are giving backlash to the journalist who revealed so much, because now Trump, I've been played. Give this Twitter guy.
It's a lot.
As a president, to feel like all this time, no reposter these tweets, thinking this is what's happening in the country, and then the truth was revealed. And I'm so glad that this Jeremy Maggs, the journalist, is a white man, but he's still saying, "Hore, this guy is clearly racist. I don't approve of A, B, C, and D." Exactly. We see it, yet people are saying. So if you can have
a lot of people who are saying that, who are saying, "Listen, we can't do this." Not in our color, not in our name. Then I start respecting some of them. But at the moment we seal, and then they just keep quiet, and then I won't, because you're complicit.
Exactly.
You're complicit. I mean,
basically, if you're gonna be silent, if you're gonna like the comment, you're just as bad as the person tweeting it.
Listen to Clement Manyatela. I think it's this one. Clement Manyatela or 702.
Okay.
A brilliant investigative piece on News 24 about a man who has been spreading lies and racism to millions of people, being retweeted by Elon Musk and them. Right? Ex-Boer and Musk, the farmer, ex-farmer spreading action, racism lies to millions, including Musk and Trump. Now let's look at the comments that day. What did he lie about? Please share. I don't pray for propaganda 24.
Yo. Must be a white person.
He is. Katie
all the white people are in the comments. All of a sudden.
Kati Bienden, self-love coach.
Oh my word.
He's been telling the truth.
No, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're going to defend themselves, of course.
Doxing is a crime, so there's that.
Nakoteng unamo gated estate community.
Exactly.
Now, you're not tweeting.
Exactly.
I feel it threatened in any way.
Yeah. Omangare, highlight the lies and misinformation first, please.
Sure.
This is not an honest reporting. It's a breach of several key legislations issued in South Africa and international human rights law. Right? It's LVS is preparing a response and support tweeterbas in all decisions he will take regarding the violence, violation of Popia Act. The Protection of Harassment Act, the Press Code with questionable use of obscene investigation method without any legal public interest justification.
Oh my goodness. People are ready to back him, even with the truth being revealed. So surely he's sitting comfortably. And I worry, the list advertising, yo, we live scared. Even with this revealed, he's comfortable because he has a lot of support on Twitter.
Exactly. So racists will always band together. Racists will always band. White people, one thing that I like about them, one thing, they will always band together. When push comes to shove, they will be like this.
Unified.
Rona. I kill EFF. Now I kill MK. Now I kill ANC. We are defending our t-shirts.
It's bad.
It's terrible.
It's bad. And I feel like going back to the colonization thing.
Yes.
Divide.
And conquer. That's how they did it. You understand?
They've been very successful at it.
First part is that nobody can actually show us his alleged lies. And he recently bought a land.
Yes.
That he patrolled at night. It's a lie. He was always using a bonsai video of him driving in some field.
Yeah.
Then about it, you see it's me patrolling the fence of the farm.
Yeah.
Lies. The other one, he owns farms. Another lie.
He doesn't.
He doesn't own a farm. He's a manager of BNB.
Oh my god!
Let's go.
And part of this information.
Let's go there. Buka in.
No way.
There's white people genocide in South Africa. Lie.
No way.
He was targeted of a racial crime. Yeah, and he said he was attacked because he was white.
Why? Why would anybody attack you?
Motaka BNB. He's just a 46-year-old man living with his parents. Yes.
Imagine. And he's still comfortable, clearly. If Batswadi who are owning the land, comfortable life, how would you feel threatened? God, he has so much spare time on his hands. Yeah. Hence why I want to read again. Twitter has a lot of power, and that's where the negative aspect of social media comes into play.
And there's two fools on your screen now, two stupid men who bought it all and ate it with a knife and fork.
And believed.
And believed every lie that this fool told people. Yes.
As a powerful man, you don't want to be embarrassed like this.
Yeah. No, they should be embarrassed, Shem. They should be seriously embarrassed because what they've done to themselves. They've destroyed the credibility beyond anything.
And they've made such drastic measures based on a tweet that you did not verify.
Exactly. How the hell do you go to Twitter as Trump or you go to his Truth Social and you announce an official thing? I'm going to cut funding
based
to your
on
country.
A tweet.
Besides being based on a tweet, you tweet an official statement on social media network. You don't even come and say, let's talk about,
procedure,
policy. The worst thing this person did, the worst thing he did was to get Rasul, our ambassador in America, to be kicked out of the US.
Sure.
Via Twitter. This guy saw what he's no more welcome to America via Twitter, not an official letter that came from the White House. Oh, Bonnie, more Twitter.
Social media, the lifestyle content when you decide to make an official statement.
Yeah.
It's problematic.
So these two fools, two. Yeah, God.
Was able to influence a powerful
Colleen
president from
all over Colleen. So, yeah. So that's the guy's bad. Debunked. He's deleted tweets. As a Twitter, thank God.
But don't you think it's coming back with all the support?
Nah, I don't think he's gonna come back.
His
credibility is gone.
Ish.
He's never gonna come back up with anything else because we have seen.
We already know. Yeah, even though there's people who are still backing him, but nothing will be fully creditable or valid.
So News 24, I was actually your subscriber and I cancelled you because you didn't tell me I'm gonna subscribe again. Subscribe again.
How loyal? You're in and out.
Yeah, I'm going to subscribe you again. So kudos to you. You've really shown us for it. We're giving you flowers today.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank God, racist more Twitter, there will always be racist. If you wanna see racism, go to Twitter now.
And I feel like Twitter is allowing a bit too much.
No. Elon Musk is a racist himself. What do you expect? The boy was born in apartheid. He breathed apartheid. He drank apartheid. He ate apartheid.
Platform.
So obviously, his so-called free speech is now allowing each and every racist person in this country to be there. All of them, they've got accounts. If you wanna go there, hello, Pinky. I'm not blacky. I'm not black. The color of my shoes is black. I'm brown skin, brother.
Yes.
But you are pink.
Wrong.
Babanti, there's a lot going on in here. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's
all right, 9 o'clock. Last session. Last portion. Hey, my colored. If you are a colored,
offense.
If you are a colored, today go Namela for a little while.
Yes.
Because I don't like people trying to, sound kids. How can I put this? Entitled, and I'm gonna play a voice clip.
Yes.
The video's on the screen now, guys. But the voice clip is gonna come now. I'm going to play that thing. Listen to this and tell me. I love everybody. Okay, I love everyone. I've got colored patients. I don't care about anything. I just love people.
Okay.
But I don't like people talking like this.
Okay.
Take a listen.
I want to tell Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa himself, he must change his attitude They must recognize the colored people. We were here first. Yes. The Korean San was here first. This is our country. The country belongs to the colored.
What would you say, Ma, to those that say perhaps this might have some racial undertones to it?
No, we are not racist. We are not racist. They
Yeah.
Ish.
We were here first.
The country is ours.
The country
how
belongs
can you
to
make
the
such
colored.
a broad statement to say that the country actually belongs to us.
Once again, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk.
No, you're ready for it.
I'm tired. It's not the first time I did a show about the racism in the colored community.
Okay.
Shame. It's a pity they were never given a chance to assimilate with us.
Yeah.
And to learn our culture and be us, and be with us. You understand? At least they could have. I told this other lady debunking the same video.
Okay.
If only you let these people come and stay with us, they'll be fine. They'll know the their black side of the way,
The mixture.
Yeah, they will learn how is it like being with us.
Yeah.
And they'll be fine. So you didn't want to mix with them. You don't want them to mix with us. You put them in the middle.
Yeah.
Now they've got no culture. They've got no. It's like one snapper.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Who do I identify, or where do I go?
Like if they come to you, you're not white enough.
Yes, you're not black enough.
When they try to come to us, you stop them. We never stop them. You stop them and say, no, you can't go there. Wanna stay here.
Sure.
Do you understand? Hence they're so violent. Hence they are like that.
Yeah, but aggressive. I never understood that.
You look at this face of this woman. She's fighting.
Yo.
Fine. Now let's go to what you said, bit by bit, and we debunk that, because whatever he says is a lie.
Yes.
All of them are lies. Colored people were never there in 1652. Somebody might just tell me I'm lying. Colored. Oh, before that, please subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe, share, like, comment. Please, I'll compare. Follow us on Facebook.
Yes, keep
Let's
up.
do this. Yeah, and there's a Facebook page, Kgosi TV, where for now we can't do live there. I'm gonna do live there exactly when I get 100 followers.
Yes.
I'm at number 60 something. Just like
Okay,
the new page.
no, we've quite close.
Please,
Quite close.
follow us.
Yes, and share.
Yeah.
Share, because that's when people
Why,
are more exposed.
Exactly. So if you go to YouTube now and you subscribe and you share the video, you are saying to YouTube, we like this.
Yes.
Put it up there. So they'll promote the video on your behalf.
Yes.
Fine. Now let's start from what she said they were here first.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lie.
Okay.
Yeah, they were not here first.
Yes.
Unless you can find your version. Yeah, not debunk that one. They were never here first.
Yes.
I don't take away.
Okay. So her choice of the approach of the debate to go ring the Khoisan.
The question.
Yes, we told me like a Khoisan, right?
Yes.
So when we find out about the Khoisan and where they come from, the Khoisan people, according to this definition over here, are among the earliest groups of modern humans, with their ancestors being some of the first to expand out of Africa.
Okay, out of Africa to where?
That part.
To where, like, where they going? I think it's about
So for that, they want to identify and cling onto the Khoisan, right?
Yeah.
And I guess the issue here, from my understanding, is that the Khoisan have been strongly disassociating themselves from this identification of colors, because they're saying, right now we're indigenous people, we have our own language, the Bushmen, call us others, and we want our language to be part of the official language, right?
Yeah.
So they strongly fighting against your another association of colors, and I guess, in essence, I don't agree with. She's making very, very broad statements, especially about the country's ours and all of that. And they're not the Khoisan. They might be colored, they're mixed, but the Khoisan are a different group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me bring my own perspective. I agree with you, 100%. Okay. 1651, there was no white people in South Africa, right?
Okay.
But there were others who was passing by, but the Portuguese, they never stayed here.
Okay.
Way before Van der Beek can even come to Cape Town.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, 1652 April, this guy came here and he brought this misery that we have today.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, Zuma said, our problem started in 1652.
Mm-hmm.
52 when he came here on this country. 3 ships, all of them get destroyed on the Cape Point rocks. I've been there, I've seen where the so-called shipwreck happened.
Okay.
And few men only survived to go to shore from that party. Everybody died, or most of them had scurvy, they were died. Because I remember, it was not cruise ships, it was wood ships that didn't have fridges and stuff. So they were eating rotten food material and like this scurvy and whatnot. So only a few men managed to come ashore.
Okay.
And they met people who they are trying to make sure that they're not black as me and you. They are trying so hard to make the question to be light-skinned people that they found in the Cape. They are trying. These people are never as dark as other Africans that we've seen.
Yeah.
They were these light-skinned people, so that's them. That's a lie. History can never be proven on one side only. Must be proven on both sides.
True.
You're not going to write history that only favors you. You are the one who comes and you write history and you say that's the truth. No, that's your perspective. Only one.
It's
that's
not
your
ultimate.
opinion. It's not the ultimate truth. How
Until
the
we
history
get other
said
perspectives.
you are lying. Fine. So Van der Beek comes here. They're only men. There were no women.
Yeah.
Van der Beek comes. There were men who have been on the sea for 4 months. Some of them were sick. They got healed by whoever they found in the Cape. And Africa has never been any other color except the skin color sack. Whether you like it or not. Even the pharaohs now who are on the walls of the pyramids are dark skinned like me. Even though now the whole Egypt is Arab, is Indian.
Okay.
The whole North Africa is Indian because they conquered those people, taking those places. Go to the original pictures or original pyramids themselves and see how the pharaohs look like. Just like me. There's nobody who's actually lighter skin there. There's nothing wrong with being light skin. No, there's nothing wrong with that. We have light skinned people like this one next to me, that this one there. We have them. There's nothing wrong.
Yes.
But the thing don't use that as a barometer of anything better. And try to make other people feel small because bonnet they are not light skinned like you. It's wrong. It's terrible. It's racism. Do not.
Yes.
Fine. They had kids, unfortunately. And those kids were colored. Okay?
Okay.
They were colored. The very same the indigenous. There is no Khoisan in Cape Town as we speak today. The only sand and bush people that we see, bushmen, they're actually more Tswana like me than them.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Let's now go to the one year old. They were the first people. The bushmen never spoke Afrikaans. The Khoisan never spoke Afrikaans. Because Afrikaans is not a language. It's a dialect. I said, and I can explain earlier in the show. It's not a language.
Yeah.
It was never there in 1652. There was no thing called Afrikaner or African or a Boer in this thing. How then in God's name are you going to say your original man, you are speaking a dialect of an oppressor who came and changed his own language into what we have today? You can't even speak a one word of a clip, whatever. Your name is Martina Willemse, for goodness sakes. Your name is...
It's a clear differentiation.
And then you say to me,
people.
This country belongs to the colored. No, sweetie.
Yes. They are completely different tribes and groups of people, and now the Khoisan are offended by that. You guys are categorizing us under the same group of people.
There is no Khoisan. There is no original Khoisan Cape Town. I think it's all colored. Who are claiming that because they've been told by the very same oppressor.
Yeah.
North Africa, then you agreed. You agreed and you believed the same oppressor who came and wrote history according to his own perspective.
Yeah.
You believed him. You are nothing but a half person. Your genes are both African and white. Mixed together, they brought out a person, a beautiful child who's mixed. But there's nothing. You got, what's the begin while I'm on Twitter? I'm sure he knows he's half white, right? I mean, he's white. I mean, he's half black.
No, there in the comments making sure.
She should know she's half black, right? She knows.
Yeah.
She's half black.
Yeah.
I don't hate anybody. I've got colored patients here.
Yeah.
A lot of them. That I don't have a problem with.
Okay.
Do you understand? I'm happy to work as less than him because someone told him that.
That's the thing.
These people have been lied to by these people for a very long time. And they've been told how better they are than us.
Yeah.
They've been told, there's you know what? You are you're not black.
Yeah.
You are Khoisan. As if Khoisan were never black. By the way, as if they were never black. They were never African. It's like they're trying to dissociate Khoisan from the black Africa as if they are this other special tribe and it's not the same as Nalwena. It's the same modus operandi yako Rwanda. They chose the fair skin, the white light skinned ones, and then they put them up there, and then they were oppressing the dark skinned ones with us.
Yeah.
Get the same story.
Yeah.
There's no thing of you are here first. Come on. You're never here first, my sister. Because someone told me there was no such a thing. You are speaking. What is your language at home?
Afrikaans.
Exactly. Where did Africans come from? Africans is okay.
Yeah, no mixture.
Yes.
My
man. I get an old claim I'll Cape Town. He's not pure black. This other one responded to me, no, Muslim man's kids are mixed. I'm like, what is the difference?
Yeah.
Between him and that child?
Yeah.
From Cape Town to Johannesburg, what is the difference? There's no difference. What you can call them mixed breed, mixed whatever. There's nothing wrong. It's the same people. Do not think you are special than anybody else because someone told you that when you are special more than this person.
The problem is that a hierarchy came and that now we adopted it. And there's no way we can put everybody on the same scale now.
You understand?
We have to differentiate. Either it's physical features like the nose or the hair, if it's longer hair or shorter hair or coarser hair or the skin tone issue. And it's problematic because the segregation continues and continues and continues. Even a mixed who, wait till this other movie, if it's Pocahontas, but the point of it, of mixed race, was to show that you can be white and black. It doesn't make you any more or less. Again, we had a pure white, pure black. Having colored shows, there's a mixture there, and it shouldn't now affirm anything in terms of a hierarchy. So,
we're living with another people that call themselves human, but their job is to make sure they make anybody else miserable. And they put themselves up there. Whatever this person is saying, she was told this by somebody else and he's white, that person. Listen, you're not black, you are indigenous, you are Khoisan, we found you here, we didn't find any black person. Hey, they came from Cameroon. If I'm from Cameroon, show me which side of Cameroon that is speaking Setswana, no Algode. I can point out Cameroon or Nigeria or whatever, East Africa. Everyone's Setswana. Show me now, I'll go and I will stay there.
Yes.
At least, don't tell me I'm from Africa. Yes, I'm from Africa. Now, let's go back to the some years back. The king of the Khoisan, right? He's something Velemse. You know, something Andres Willems or whatever.
Okay.
The king of the Khoisan. So
another entitled person.
Yeah. No, Southern Africa was theirs. Ne?
Okay.
Kana habuka Southern Africa buaka SADC. Wana SADC region, Botswana, Swaziland, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, down. It was theirs. We invaded Southern Africa. The question came. That day, King Khoisan, before white people came to Africa, were there any borders or countries? Two. Because how is Southern Africa a border that was done, carved down, It was carved down by somebody. But this portion is South Africa, this is Zimbabwe, this is Mozambique, this is whatever. People came and drew maps and cut the borders around that and make them countries. Before the people came here, was there ever something like Southern Africa or South Africa now?
Yeah. Because if you're amongst the first group of people, you would know that.
Exactly. So how South Africa was there, was yours. Who carved it? To say this is yours. And yes, let's give them this North Africa. It's okay. It's my continent. It's like understand? I don't invade anybody's land. I'm from Venda to stay
You just
here.
moved. You migrated.
I just migrated. Neighbor, you copela on fair piece and just sharp namo neighbor who's here.
Yes.
Yeah, until we got here.
Yeah.
If that's the argument they want to make.
Yeah, that's fair.
You understand?
Invasion.
We didn't invade anything. We just moved in our own continent that God put us. You are the invaders. You came got your ships and guns and shot us and made us
And forced your
at the
own
gunpoint.
ideas.
Exactly. And then you say, I'm civilizing you. Got your own perspective. Yeah, civilization.
Yeah.
Not the world, not godly, but yours.
Now you can't wear your traditional clothes in the malls just because I see civilization.
This thing. Komhlanga. Read dance.
Yeah.
Nudity.
Hey,
nudity.
If you're not from here, you would know.
Only because they bring their own version or perspective of civilization to us. And then they want to say, this house is supposed to be. No.
Who's to say that is how it's supposed to look?
There was another video that I did way back when. I'm still in the colored community.
Yeah.
So this lady was blatantly racist, and she's colored, Cape Town.
Ish.
Black people are lower than them.
Sure.
They are not people. They are monkeys. I'm like, my God, this woman knows who they are embarking.
In this day and age.
Cape Town.
Monkey?
She's half black. Does she know who that monkey's half
you
jeans?
Her
jeans.
You are identifying as half monkey.
I'm like, wow. Imagine somebody saying that about a human being.
Yo.
And this person, what's the one thing that I always say? It's not nice, but it's the truth. And it might hurt other people, and I'm sorry and I apologize for this one.
Okay.
I get sometimes you need to tell them to don't.
Yeah.
You don't tolerate that for a while.
Yeah.
I'll tolerate you for a while. You will tolerate it, but if you're gonna step on my toes more, I'm going to blow up.
Yeah.
And when I blow up, don't even blame me for telling you the truth about pila.
Yeah.
Pila. Yeah.
You tolerated it for long enough.
Yeah. Let's listen to this.
I want to tell Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa himself, he must change his attitude. They must recognize the colored people. We were here first. Yes. The Korean sun was here first. This is our country. The country belongs to the colored.
What would you say, Ma, to those that say perhaps this might have some racial undertones to it?
No, we are not racist. We are not racist.
They started first. I don't know who's they.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good, Shamiti. And for now, I really pity people who really have this mindset.
Yeah.
It's a pity, Hori. We're separated amongst ourselves, from them, and then the very same separation comes down to the very people that we made.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
I really feel like it's also partly our responsibility to decolonize the people's minds.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility at this point because they're not going to do it. They're not going to undo what they did. They're thriving off of it.
Yeah.
They're benefiting.
Yes.
So they're happy with the colonized mindset.
Yeah.
We get to
Divide and
benefit.
conquer. We get to benefit. Habang ateka. It's only more in a farm setting, right? In a farm setting, they had a house Negro and a field Negro.
Okay.
Negro as a club. Okay, like Negro means brown skinned.
Okay.
The field Negro will be those who are paying by twang every single day, by paying 12 hours a day, working very hard.
Okay.
The house Negro will be the ones working inside.
Okay.
Ne?
Mm.
He works inside the house, either wapi Sefata Fole and all those things.
Yeah.
And the living conditions are the same as well. The field Negro will live in a shack, in appalling conditions.
Okay.
And the house Negro will live in a house, either in an attic or the cellar.
Okay.
One of the two. Right?
Mhm.
Cellar ki kutla attic
Yeah.
yes. He's much better, Yana,
Okay.
than the normal field one.
Mm.
So the field Negro feels the rush and
Yeah.
and the pain and everything
Yeah.
else.
Inside.
And the one better nyana, at least whatever that's left on the table, he eats that. All the Lemila Pandor Wapian today
It's
and
worse.
all that. And it's given number few mala, all the Orskid mala, the Kloho, the Mautwana, they
Yeah.
were given to them because they were poor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all this now just said the master left.
Okay.
So he
Nali
believed,
believe.
he believed
Okay.
he was better than the other one.
Sure.
But the other one, let's run away
Yeah.
to the one inside the house. You say, where are you gonna go to? Who's gonna be good to us as this master?
Yo.
But the one in the
it's
house.
Over.
Yeah. Mindset
It's
destroyed.
Over.
That's why they made them priests. They made them pastors, to make sure they will have people who defend them.
Yeah.
When we uprise and say, we're gonna kill him.
We're
They
gonna
say,
keep them.
You can't go to watch a movie, Django Unchained, please.
Okay.
Go lebela kwa Jimmy Fox.
Okay.
Lebo Samuel Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
all the
meaning to
movie
watch
wala.
it.
Yeah. Django Unchained, how slavery was, and how it destroyed our minds away. How they were able to program our
Yes.
minds to think just because it's better for me.
Yes.
I have to protect this thing to keep the betterness
Yeah.
continuing. Do
Yeah.
you understand?
Mm.
And let's kill Barry they feel like the house Negro, the way he thought he was so white and so better. When the master was sick, he will say, boss, are we sick?
Sure.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Now you've adopted everything.
Yeah. You see yourself as part of this thing.
Yeah.
Are we sick? Do you understand what I'm saying?
When?
Just because the person who's actually feeding you,
Yeah.
this person is sick, so now you're gonna adopt that.
You're gonna inherit the sickness.
But if the house was burning, the very same house, he will leave his family burning down there and run to rescue the master Pele and his family. And then if possible, come back for the family.
Yo.
I better save where I get nice things than
No, this is so bad. That's when you know that it's going to be a very long journey to try and change the mindset and make you realize that they're entrapping you into the system where you value the person
oppressor.
Yes.
More than anything else.
Yes. So it's so deeply embedded that it changes your whole lifestyle, your whole way of doing life, and you can even save them over.
So the same thing happened to the colored people, unfortunately. They were put in nicer houses than us. They were given nicer jobs like teacher to be nurses, and they were allowed to work in white hospitals because some of them would pass as white.
They
sometimes.
sort of have white privilege, but not to the fullest degree.
And remember, Isidingo as Tom. Isidingo the need. That's 2003. That's so beautiful. So before.
Yes.
I remember Chico.
Okay.
Chico was a colored, right?
Okay.
And he had a sister. The sister, the mother bleached the hair, make sure the hair is blonde and long, and put extensions on the hair to make her look very white. And they put contact lens blue on her eyes just to try to make her white because he was in love with this African guy who was very racist, who hated black people and everything beyond. And he was very rich. So the mother wanted her to get married to this guy so that they can be able to stay and have a better life. And Chico hated that. Because the girl will look down on them as if, oh, you guys are coloreds, I am white.
Yo.
And they will try to get all this skin bleaching. She changed her
Yeah.
accent. She changed the
And
language. She tried to speak that fluent, clear Afrikaans. You know, no, me Burman.
Yeah.
Not those, you know, she was
Transforming.
until Chico, they were visiting. Until Chico said, I'm going to tell him that actually you're my sister.
Yo.
Because I'm tired of pretending I'm just a servant to you.
My goodness. Kore you were Bama transforming outside eba Toma believe.
I believe what Lene she is.
Kore
Shame.
inside. Bakonolu bleach like inside identity ya shift.
The country does not belong to any colored person. The country belongs to all of us.
Yeah.
The civilization.
Yeah.
The country belongs to all of us who live in it. It's
Yeah.
fine, black and white. We will accept that. No colored person is a Khoisan. Shame. That's the truth. Those who were in Union Building, they were there for years.
Yeah.
They left. I remember when
They
they,
had to
if you go there's a black person, what happened those ones.
Yeah.
If you get there as a black person and
Yeah.
there's American white visitors,
Yeah.
they will try by all means not for you to come close
Sure.
because you might debunk whatever they tell them because they're lying to them. We are the first nation. We are Khoisan. I'm sitting there. I'm looking at them. This guys look at me and I'm like, can I just come in and say, hey, stop lying to these people? Can I anyway? But kids and they're leaving. It's fine.
Yeah.
They're going back to their country, but never ever lie like that. You go to Cape Town. I was there 2014. You know, I wanted to go to Camps Bay just to go to the beach, you know.
Yeah. Enjoy.
You get to Camps Bay, they see a car, it's GP.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
they will look at the window to see the color.
Yeah.
They're very colored. They're very brothers of mine.
Yeah.
And then when they saw I was black, they were like, hey, bro, get your fat. I'm like, they didn't even. A white guy comes, they run. Yeah, man, who's come?
Oh
I'm like,
my goodness. And this is so real.
yeah.
This is so real. And I've noticed how even with me, I think that's when I'm now getting riled up by this and realizing how real it is.
Yeah.
I used to work at a call center and I would engage with white and black people, but majority white.
Yes.
Phone yeah. Automatically, it's like your posture needs to change and become more respectful and address them accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay. You know,
Yes.
you know, it's like I don't understand. I if you were to ask me if I treat them as superior, I'll deny it. I'm like, but you realize how mentally it's kind of still engraved in us. There was a superiority complex and therefore you'll treat them differently. If you bump oh, askis, sorry. Hello, moto, la fetana, la tulana, you move on.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It's a mental thing, Bafana.
It's bad.
We've been programmed like that.
It's bad.
Not to see each other, you know, the same thing, divide and conquer. That's how it works.
Sure.
We're never trained to respect each other. We're trained to respect me. Mari, I don't blame us because it was more of a battle of a gun.
Ish.
A gun was put on my head
It was forced.
to say you either do this or you are dead.
Yeah.
That's how it was. You know, when you still fear, one of the slaves, slaves were they were what's barring? But the Jim Crow law, Jim Crow was this guy lynch.
Yeah.
The word lynch or lynchamut came from his surname in America. Mississippi, the South. Barry, you must keep the slave strong in body.
Yeah.
Train him.
Yeah.
He must be strong,
Yeah.
but he must be a child here.
Yes.
You break his head so that he can depend.
100%.
Abone him, his master, but he can actually kill you if he wants to.
But
Mari,
he
you can't.
shouldn't know that.
Yeah. My reporter. I think the last movies. The last two movies. Deadly Hallows. I like that. Honale mo bane baya go that bank ya bone.
Okay.
And there was a dinosaur there.
Yeah.
There was a dinosaur that's flying.
Yeah.
That thing, just like a dragon or something like that.
Okay.
And the little short guy who was with them had a bell. A bell. This huge thing, whenever it hears that bell, it was crying of pain.
Yeah.
He mildly asked her, why is this thing doing this? About no, it has been trained to experience fear when it hears the bell.
Absolutely.
That's how they broke our minds.
Yeah.
For us to believe what they are more superior. Even only because Papa kana thola mpotsa, what's it?
Yeah.
Anyway, pavement. Wana le buru atla. Uno mo theogela mo tsela mo otswa. A feta ha clean bus. Imagine ha clean bus. Umfita mo tseleng.
Okay.
Because if you don't do that, you're either going to be beaten by the father or you're going to be taken by the police and then you're going to go to jail for that. So that fear was put inside you.
Yeah. There's another analogy of like, I think it was a horse.
Yeah.
Batoma baibia on a leash. By mice. They do the same thing.
Yes.
Eventually, because by train lorry, hey aparaso.
Yes.
They leave the leash by a pesa, it's convinced, and then you just hold your rope and it starts following you.
Exactly.
Because you train the mind. So there's great. If there's anything we can definitely leave with, is the power of the mind.
Now I'm sorry to our colored communities. You are now the victims of these people. Mare, people mustn't fall for this nonsense. Especially our colored sisters and brothers. Nah, love everyone. And a black man can't be racist anyway, so that's a lie. But for someone to say we're here first and we must respect the country belongs to the colored, hey, it's something else.
Yeah.
In Tinta somewhere, I'm going to have to talk things, and I don't like to talk things.
Yeah.
And then it's not nice, for us to be still having this kind of people, old as she is, what she's teaching her kids. She's teaching her kids and grandkids the same nonsense that the white people said to her, and she believed. And she doesn't look moneyed, sorry to say this, but she doesn't look or she's up there. And she's still, hey, when I get Otuaring, right? 2007. Otuaring is this little town in the Karoo, deeply and highly racist. Yo. The poor people there are the same colors. The poorest of the poor. The rich people there are whites and blacks.
Yeah.
Because blacks are soldiers. They're living in a camp. They come out in a uniform, they go to shops, they go back into the camp.
Yeah.
That's the law. KKNK. Klein, Karoo, the first something. It's happening. I don't know if it came back after COVID, but it's like the whole pretoria show,
yes.
something like that, where the whole town it's stalls, it's music, it's whatever, it's activity for the whole week.
Yeah.
So we were asked to go there to preach to because I was a missionary at that time, 2007.
Okay.
So they asked us to go there and preach to African kids who was drinking like nobody's business in this festival. I was the only black person there. Everybody was white.
Sure.
We got there. It's hot. It's in the Karoo. It's in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
It's hot. Like hot. You can't pay anything. Short or skipper. So we got there, and then these other guys come. How about they still blame us for everything wrong going for Bonnie. Yeah, before it was white on TV.
Yeah.
But now it's all black on TV. I'm like, my brother, are we really gonna do that?
You're focused on the wrong thing.
You are focusing on the very terrible.
Yeah.
Are we really gonna do that?
Yeah.
Like you guys still see us as the other people.
Biang. In this
we were oppressed together, brother. We were oppressed together. Me and you. This person oppressed both of us.
Yeah.
But you still take his side. You still
Biang. It shows how deeply rooted this is, and we definitely need to do better. I don't know how. Baby steps.
Yeah.
Khanyani, guys.
Now we've come to the end, but
hey, Batong.
Sorry
I hope you learned a lot. I definitely learned a lot. Batong, my host over here, educated your history knowledge, insane. I'm so happy. To more conversations like this. I'm so happy.
I'm sorry if I stepped on anybody's toes. But sometimes
you're very opinionated.
The truth has to be told sometimes. So it's I didn't say much deep things that I say in my heart.
Yeah. But I think maybe we'll edit respectfully. Nyana.
Or maybe allegedly. No, what did I believe in what?
Yeah.
I believe in confrontation.
Okay.
So tabe. I jiki feel.
Yeah.
They come ko and fella mo done.
Yes.
Then we move on.
Okay.
Le ngwana ka mo hai. Mo khalemela hore hey.
That's so.
Yeah, already. So baby tle. Or be out for 50,000 times. I did the same thing over and over and Maraga hey. Understand? Sometimes we need to do that.
Yeah.
You know, to say, man, I know we can't say people that the country belongs to that. No,
it's wrong.
it doesn't belong to that, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
The country belongs to all of us, black and white. No person should be racist against another person, please.
Yes.
Let us not let the evilness of before still come and define who we are. We are South Africans. We have one common enemy. He's in Kleinfontein and Orania. So we need to make sure. One common enemy amongst all of us.
No, but we want harmony. We want harmony.
Yeah,
violence is not the answer.
We feel about 30 years of harmony. One thing I'm going to tell people now, the very victim
Yeah.
on behalf of the perpetrator. What the hell is that? The rapist, Kio, when the rapee, or sorry for you to rape me in Tshwarela Assembly. For what?
Yeah. Victim ideas.
Victim can limbiza pause.
Sure.
You cannot say so to a thief. Sorry, man. I should have closed the window. I'm so sorry, Clemana. I made you come inside my house. You shoot him.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes. So, so we are done for today, man. Thank you so much, my girl, for being here.
Honestly, such a pleasure.
Wow.
What an incredible experience. First time on air.
That was,
and I had a blast to many more conversations.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I don't know how we're going to do this. Thank you so much for guys who've been tuned in more. Okay, I want to more working YouTube. People have been tuned in for a very long time. I see 3 likes. Let those likes go up too. Let them go up and subscribe to the channel as well. Please, please. Do that. And then we're going to have this show each and every Monday. Political show. You have any topic you want to talk to us about, send it to us.
Yes.
064 548 776. How about you, Litinta? And you want us to call you, we'll go high. For you to be part of the show, the whole show.
Yes.
Tell me. I'll give you a call.
We
sit here 2 hours.
Join us. Yes.
Please. Every Monday, it's busy. This one political show.
Yeah.
And other more shows, like she said earlier. We are going to see her the morning show.
We are going to expand.
Yes, we're going to expand. I'm going to be with her.
Yes.
And then possibly leave her one day. And then give her own show.
Absolutely.
This is Kgosi FM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please hold him accountable. I'm waiting for that slot.
I'm going to give it and say, listen, take
the lead.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what you must do as a person. You must empower other people.
Yeah.
And help them
Thank
whatever
you.
they don't. You understand?
Yeah.
That's why I said to you, I thought that trial run. I throw you in the deep end. You are going to swim.
You did.
And you were good.
And I didn't drown, thankfully.
See?
Yeah,
So, that's you. That's you saying, at least shame. We sail this boat together, and here we are, and you are come to the end of the show, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
I love you so much.
That's so amazing.
Guys, you've
Much
been
love.
there. Yeah. I enjoyed myself.
Me too.
Like I've been done this for a long time.
I can't wait.
My God.
No, the conversations are about to be more and more heated. So people need to tune in. Please continue sharing because we're going to talk about everything that you want to talk about and hear.
And we're going to talk. We've got 3 mottos beside your choice of radio. Kgosi FM. Uncensored, unscripted, and unfunded.
Oh.
So nobody can claim nothing from me. I don't know about funding this thing. I funded myself. One.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Anything. So long as I'm not going to be on top of your toes.
Yes.
But there is a disclaimer. Let me just play the disclaimer. People must see that disclaimer.
Yes.
All right, born again. The opinion, views, comments, and statements said or purported on this channel by the host, the co-host, guests, is their own researched opinion and can be further researched and challenged. As a channel, we are uncensored, unscripted, and believe in freedom of speech, and we extend the same courtesy to our guests. So as a channel, we carry no liability for inaccurate information or opinion. So that is our little disclaimer. How people must understand and know how that's where we stand. So, how Linda, it's fine. Give me your views.
Okay.
I'm gonna say not you per se. Where now you are here to talk debate.
Yes.
If you don't agree, send a WhatsApp or
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, constructive criticism. We accept constructive criticism.
Mara bring effect.
Yeah.
Okay, effectage. Then I can shape. Would be fine. But Fanaka, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Words can never fill up. Right? Yes. You have to fill it up again. So thanks so much again for today. It was a beautiful run.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I hope the momentum still goes there.
Yes.
And invite anybody who wants to come in. One more. Still don't have 3 chairs, 2 vacant chairs and 2 mics. You want to come and join us and debate with us, please come.
Yes.
You must come and talk to us. Every Monday, 7:30 to 9:30, you are here on Kgosi FM. Very busy. So, can I wrap up?
I'm so happy.
Bye-bye.
Till next time.
Next time.
Thank
Bye.
you.